Hi guys, this is Rob again from Melbourne Park. I'm actually sitting one-on-one at the court. I'm hoping I'm not getting kicked off. But anyways, I'm here to tell you a little bit about the projects, and the projects are consisting 50% of the total workload for this minor. They're very important for you to learn how to develop skills and get a practical side of the business of sport and events, and get the experience, which is I think important for your future development. We have put a lot of effort in trying to create the best assignments for you, working with clients which are our partners, and their continuation to work with us hugely depends on your output and your attitude in your work. So whatever you do for your projects, that's extremely important for the minor itself, and of course for your grade, which is of personal interest for you. It is important to plan your workload because the semester is going to be full. This is the introduction week for you guys, so you can start easily. But after that, it's already meeting the clients, trying to seal the deal, and creating your plan of approach. So those are your first steps in the first 3 weeks. So there's a lot of work to be done. And you'll notice that during the semester there will be events to visit, there will be trips to London, there will be assignments, portfolios, exams in the first block, and they all happen in a period of 4 months. So it's a very extreme, high pressure period. So you really need to plan your projects and your workload. Create time for that as well. One of the things you need to do is what we have in the minor is the motto is work hard, play hard. So we work in a business which is extremely fun to work in, but it also requires a lot of work and a lot of effort. For example, for me, my working days here are I get up usually around 8, so that's kind of late, and then I'll have a breakfast and a coffee, and I'll get on my bike to Melbourne Park to be here around 10 o'clock, and that's actually where the day starts. And then there are several meetings, several things I need to do here, but I don't get home before 10 o'clock in the evening, which is a 12-hour work day. It's all nice, you don't hear me complaining because it's a great work, but still it's a 12-hour work day. That 7 days a week, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or whether it's Sunday, I'm here for 2 weeks. So it's 2 weeks in a row, 12 hours a day here. So it is fun, but it's also hard work, and that's something you need to keep in the back of your mind when working on your projects. You will be working with some very, very nice clients on extremely challenging assignments, but you will have to put in the hours, and you will have to put them in from the first week onward. And sometimes it could be on desktop research for your assignment, sometimes it could be something else. But yeah, you will have to put in the hours. So the educational purpose of these projects, basically what we would like you to do is develop your skills. If you have been involved in previous projects and you, for example, have been a project leader, then this time do not try to be the project leader, but try to be the project controller, or the contact person with the client, or the person who does the research, or whatever. Try a different role. Develop all of your skills and not just the one you've been doing so far. If you're an outgoing person and you tend to easily connect with people, that's good. Then this time try a more creative role. Try to be the one who writes down the reports or archives all the documents on the DLWO platform. So try something different. That's one challenge I would like you to have. The other one is try to use within the project all the theories and models you have been learning so far, but make them your own. Sometimes you learn a theory and a model, and the practicality is a little bit far-fetched. So, for example, you'll be making your plan of approach. I do not want to see a plan of approach which includes an introduction in where you explain the client what his company is and what his business is. There's no use. He will know that by himself. You can do that, but then it should be an attachment and not your first chapter of your plan of approach. Your plan of approach, I would say your first chapter is what are you going to do? What does your project entail, and how are you as a group of students going to fulfill that project? So this is just an example of different things you've probably learned in the last 3 to 4 years. Use them well, but make them your own. Make them practical and make it workable. That's one challenge. And the other challenge is preparing for your future career is start building your network. Especially, of course, within the project, but also with all the guest lectures, with all the events we visit and all these things you do, start building your network. Also with your fellow students. By the time you'll be working and having a job and promoted 3 times already, your fellow students could possibly be in the same position or in a position that they would require somebody with your skills. So build on your network. Extremely important. That's I would say 70% of the work I'm doing here is building network, talking to people, meeting people, trying to connect people with each other, because that's also good for network building. So start with that challenge also from the first week. What else? Okay, so your first step within the project. Try to form a project group with roles and responsibilities within your team. It's up to you to decide how you want to organize your project. That is up to you as a project group. The senior consultant will guide you through that process, but will not, if necessary, or will not intervene only when it's necessary. But you have to come up with clear roles and also some agreements on when are you going to meet regularly. So you'll have Monday as project classes, but that's for workshops. That's not for you guys to meet and sit down. After all these classes on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, pick a time, schedule this, and make sure you sit down and work together for 1 or 2 hours on your project. You don't have to meet and talk, you can actually sit down and do the work together. Do this once a week, schedule this, and make agreements on what happens if you're sick or not there or not able. Of course, as a project group, you are responsible for the total outcome. It can happen that sometimes you're not there, but make sure that you have good agreements with each other on this. Okay, the other step will be to create let's say first step would be to have contact with your client. So write down a mail, just introduce yourself as a group, say you look forward to working on the assignment and you look forward to the meeting which will happen there and there and there. This way you make a first approach to them, confirm the first meeting, and you can have you open up your project basically. During this first meeting, of course, you want to introduce yourself, but that's not the real point. The point is that you want to really sell the project. The assignments have been agreed on for 80%. It's your first task, up to you, is to conclude this to 100%. So you have to seal the deal. You have to make a very concrete proposal saying, okay, after this semester, we are going to have to deliver these and these and these projects or products. It's going to be a presentation of half an hour. It's going to be a report of 30 pages. We're going to write a strategic advice or whatever you have to do. You have to make sure that you seal the deal. Seal the deal is your first grading within PRC. Components, 5 components it consists of. Seal the deal is one. The other is a workshop you have to do. You'll have a midterm evaluation, which is done by Tini and myself. You will have an assessment based on your skills, how have you grown during the semester, and of course there is the grading from the client and the output, and that's the final component. So the first grading starts with the seal the deal document, and make sure you do that in a proper way. So you actually you both agree, the client and you agree on what you're going to deliver and when. That's also important. And the second step would be after that is to start working on your plan of approach. How are you going to fulfill this assignment? How are you going to do that? as detailed as possible. Rutger will explain within the course Financial Project Management what needs to be included in this plan of approach. So that's your second step. Okay, that's it for now. I'm starting to get a little bit jumpy before 30 security guys will jump in my neck here, but enjoy your work on the project. So it's work hard, play hard, make sure you enjoy, and then before you know it, it's 4 months later and you're presenting your final output to the client. So good luck with that. If you have any questions, just let me know. Send me an email or ask one of the other lecturers. Keep in touch and make sure you communicate very well throughout the whole process. I think communication in project work is one of the key issues. And as far as your attitude goes, we are expecting you to make a jump in time. So you are not yet graduates, but we are expecting you to work as a consultant. Usually a consultant will have 10 years working experience. So you guys have to skip that. So you're not graduated, you don't have the working experience, but we are expecting you to perform as a consultant. So I hope you guys can step up to that and make us proud and enjoy this semester. Okay, have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye bye.
In your race, keep running on, keep running on.